And it's truly an honor for me to help induct this person who is a very close friend of mine. He was my landlord. I kid you not, he was my fashion consultant, but no purple blazers and no brother love suits on this young man. He's been a mentor of mine, and he has been a surrogate father to me in my time in Moose Jaw. Rob Carnie's career in the local media scene started at Central Collegiate during his high school days and continued on to the pages of the Moose Jaw Times-Herald. It saw him land later on with CJNB North Battleford in 1985, and eventually he came back where he belonged, and that is in Moose Jaw, to work at CHAB in the summer of 1986. He started broadcasting Moose Jaw Warrior games as the color commentator with Brent Griffiths in the 1986-87 season, and he took over the play-by-play duties in the 1988-89 campaign. Now, Carnes entertained fans for 15 years in the broadcast booth, and he's called close to 1,000 Warrior games. Admittedly, he told me this, that he says roughly 1,000 because he lost count around the mid-90s. We all know why. The cheap, strong scotch that he got down in the old hot stove league. As well, he lost count. I mean, all the times he'd be just sitting there BSing with Al from Tagaski. So, very true. I decided to step back from calling games in 2001 and is now the featured personality on 800 CHAB, hosting the morning show, and as well has his own talk show, noon to 1, the Heartland at Noon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he has called a lot of power play goals, and he's always proud to say that he is the best homer in the Western Hockey League. Well, here we go. It's showtime at the Warriors and Legends Hall of Fame banquet, because hi diddle diddle, it's Carnie up the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's inductee into the Builders category, the voice of the Moose Jaw Warriors, Rob Carnie.
My name is Rob Carnie, and I was once a Regina Pats fan. Is this the wrong meeting? It's true, I was. I was born in Regina. I cheered for the Pats and the Pat Blues and the Silver Foxes, and I hated Moose Jaw. And then we moved here. Do you know what happens to cocky, short, fat little 8-year-old boys from Regina who move to Moose Jaw and tell the other kids the Pats are awesome? They get beat up several times. Thank you all so very much. This is very humbling. Not really the ovation when you all applauded, but after you all stood up and started applauding, I could see the faces of my own family. They were like, oh, brother. That's humbling. Lauren Mulligan, former Warriors coach here. Nice to see you here too, Coach. Back in the day, play hard, party hard was Mulligan's motto. Of course, neither one of us played. But boy, we had some fun. Appreciate all you guys being here. This is really, really nice. And it is humbling to receive such a round of applause and such an honor from this organization. The Moose Jaw Warriors have always been a community team, a community-owned team, with an incredible core of volunteers. Mostly you people. I was on the Warriors broadcast on 800 CHAB radio for 15 years in total, taking over as the voice for my buddy Brent Griffiths, as James mentioned. He moved on back in 86, 87, and it was a job I just knew I wanted, as I had switched my focus from newspaper and journalism to radio and nightclubs. And you know what, it really was a dream come true to become the voice of the Moose Jaw Warriors. I was very fortunate to have made a living in the hockey world for 15 years. I found a way to stay in the game and play a key role, and for that I am grateful, and of that I am proud. There are several people here I wish were here, but several people who have left us much too soon. My mom and dad, God, I wish they were here. My mom left us long ago. My dad left us about 7 years ago. My mom would have been drunk and getting ready, asking when the dance is. And my dad would have put things in perspective for me. Like when I told him I'd be taking over as the voice of the Warriors back in '87. I said, Dad, I'm going to be the voice of the Moose Jaw Warriors. He says, is that right, eh? Impressed? Never. I think I still do hold the record for most Warriors games viewed live. I think James Gallo might be catching up to me, though. I might also hold some sort of record for having watched the movie Slapshot the most while riding a team bus. And I loved it every time. I saw it all. And I do hope that gives you some new appreciation, or some of you some new appreciation, for what the people in this Moose Jaw Warriors organization do for us, for our entertainment all winter long. The best memories weren't the big games, although there were some of them. The best memories aren't the wins or the losses, and there were lots of them. The best memories aren't the goals or the fights. The best memories are all about the people. And people, some of them I still associate with today. Jerry and Donnie and Shirley and everybody in the Booster Club treated me like a king. Still do. Thank you, everybody.
I'd like to start by thanking the Warriors organization and the Hall of Fame Selection Committee for this tremendous honor. To be able to stand up here and know that my name will be included with the previous inducted Warriors is a strange yet unbelievable feeling. At the end of my career, there is absolutely no way I would ever thought that I would be included in any Hall of Fame. For this, I once again have to thank the Warriors organization for their commitment in developing not only hockey players, but character people. It's obvious to me that my selection to the Hall of Fame is based more on my commitment to the Warriors organization since my playing days have finished. The fact that I've remained in Moose Jaw and continue to do work on behalf of the alumni within our community has contributed to this opportunity here tonight. This city has given me so much. I've met my wife here, and we have 2 kids. I was able to get my first job here following university, and I've been fortunate enough to become a business partner in the company. I've found other opportunities within the game of hockey, such as coaching minor hockey and color commentating for the Warrior games. And I've met many amazing people that I've become lifelong friends with. My hockey career in Moose Jaw is probably best described as a bit of a roller coaster ride. I definitely experienced some high points, both personally and with the team, and I had to endure some low points as well. The lows were tough, but they made the highs extra sweet. When I arrived in Moose Jaw, I had the same dreams and aspirations as every player entering the league: make it to the NHL. I felt my strengths as a player were that I had better than average speed, I had some offensive talent, and that I'd work extremely hard to earn a position on this team. I quickly realized that the offensive talent I had was at best average, and I really had to pick up my intensity and work hard to stay in the league. This is why I'm so proud to have won the Mark McKay Heart and Hustle Award twice. I also realized that I had to be able to be a solid defensive player to gain the confidence of the coaches to play in all situations. And I believe this might be why I had some of my best games against Mike Sillinger and the Regina Pats. The huge honor in being named team captain my final season, and the unmatched atmosphere at playoff time in this city. This place seems to go crazy for playoff hockey. Signs in the windows, the huge gatherings at the mall, the support on the road, and the loud ovations in our rink. I'd like to thank the great fans of the Warriors. You make it a lot of fun to play here in Moose Jaw. You're extremely knowledgeable and loud. Some of the memorable times include the playoff games against Medicine Hat when Smokey Reddit stopped the penalty shot. The chants of Smokey, Smokey, Smokey went on for an eternity, even though the game had continued. How about the reception you gave us when Rob Reimer scored that triple overtime goal to knock off Swift Current Broncos? I don't think anybody left the building that night, and it was well after midnight. You really do play a large role in getting the guys fired up for games. Yes, the majority of time you add a great boost to the players, but there are times when the players can feel your frustration. For example, when I broke my hand right before playoffs, we tried to keep it a secret. mold my stick to my cast, and play through it. We were down 2 games, but back in the draw, hoping to get back in the series. In the third period, I get the puck all alone in the slot, pull it back for a wrist shot, and the stick spins in my cast. I don't think the puck even made it to the net. I look up horrified as to what has just happened, and all I can hear is someone yell out from, I believe, section 19, "You suck." I knew that they were correct in that instance, but I had to turn to see where the sound was coming from, and I think I figured out who it was from where I sit in the radio booth. In closing, the fact that the Warriors are willing to recognize my efforts is a tremendous honor. Not one I take lightly, and one that I'm very proud of. I'm very thankful to the WHL and the Warriors for the Education Fund. Although it wasn't as good in my time as it is nowadays, it really gave me a great start to life after hockey. I look forward to this year in Mosaic Place and the many years of support for the team so close to my heart. Here's to the day that I can be with other alumni and fans celebrating a Warrior championship. Thank you.
I stand here truly grateful for this recognition, but I'm humbled by it as well, because I know that I stand here this evening before you on the shoulders of a lot of people that have helped me along the way. When I was informed of this induction, this Hall of Fame thing, it makes me think, and people congratulate you, and it's hard to, I don't know if Kletzel, you had to say, it's a Hall of Fame, there's a big debate on what the Hall of Fame stands for and what it really is. So what does the Hall of Fame mean? So I Googled it on the internet. Come up with a building containing plaques honoring famous people. Well, that didn't answer my question, and this thing seems to be hard to put into words, really what it is. As a player, you don't play for this reason. You don't set no goals for this. You play for the love of the game, the crest on the jersey, and the guy sitting beside you. And basically, that's how I approached hockey all my life. My career obviously spans a lot of teams. Starting right from junior, I obviously come from the Blades, Swift Current for a brief stop. Looking for a place to play. I mean, basically that was my goal, is to play in this league, regular shift, and establish myself. And my opportunity to come to Moose Jaw, I was really excited about coming to this organization. What about the head coach? And he kind of looked at me with a little bit of, well, he quit. What do you mean? Well, Harvey traded his favorite player for you. So, my start in Moose Jaw wasn't quite what I was hoping for it to be. That more or less summed up the rest of that season. I hardly did play at all and dress at all. Battled some shoulder problems, but the man I want to first off give recognition to is Harvey Roy. He was the one that took a chance in bringing me in, obviously against popular consensus with Mr. Quisley. Jerry James, who was the first coach to give me just an honest opportunity to establish myself in this league. And Lauren Malkin, everything. Like he even said in the thing, he believed more in me than I believed in myself. But I get back to, I guess, what does the Hall of Fame mean to me? It simply reminds me of having the privilege to put the Moose Jaw Warrior jersey on. Being a teammate, part of a special group, and part of a great community, Moose Jaw. Thanks, Moose Jaw Warriors organization, for for giving him this honor.